Hi y'all, and we're back on Steve TV. We got over here the great Eddie Mustafa, two-time champion, Hall of Famer. Over there with Mr. Terry Hollis, a great friend of mine. Gentlemen, it's nice to have y'all on my show today.
It's nice to be here.
It's an honor.
So, Mr. Mustafa, being a heavyweight champion, Hall of Famer, and a great friend of mine, how does it feel, man?
Well, the great friend of yours feels even better than being the former champion.
I appreciate that. Now, you know, I used to watch you when I was a teenager, and when I came to Vegas, it took me 3 months to really realize who you were, because you wasn't that gentleman I knew back then. You're a little aged.
Well, you know, when you're fighting, everything comes out. Age, everything comes out.
I mean, and it was a pleasure, because I remember when I really realized who you was, I hugged you and you were looking at me like, who is this grown ass man hugging me like this? And I was holding you firmly because I never thought I would have been in a place where I actually would have met you. It was just like a dream. And then you know, as a young man, you meet and you see people that you grew up to and always say, oh, I want to be like him. Oh, I'm going to hit you with the Eddie Mustafa punch. You know, we had all types of names, or we going to hit you with the Ali Shuffle or the Sugar Ray move. But like I said, when I met you, it was a great honor. And it wasn't for Mr. Eddie Mustafa, I probably wouldn't be doing what I'm doing right now, because he said, if you want to get in it, follow me. Now, Eddie, we had 2 good fighters, but they all ran away from us. And was it what we done, or it was the mental part of a fighter?
Well, you gotta have a good mentality if you want to be involved in boxing. You know, my mental was strong. You know, when I first started boxing, you couldn't tell me that I was not going to be world champion. It was etched in stone that I was going to be world champion.
So what do you see that's different in today's boxing versus back when you was boxing with these fighters?
There's not a lot of determination. You know, everybody thinks it's about the money, but it's not about the money. I love belts. You know, I love wrapping a belt around my waist, saying that I'm world champion. I like stuff like that.
Okay, with the training, what I see, you know, I'm in the gym. A lot of them call me the rookie in the gym. I don't know much about boxing, but I do know this. I know how to stay in shape. And a lot of the fighters in there try to get in shape instead of staying ready.
Well, what it is, you know, you have to stay ready to be ready. Because a world title fight can come up anytime. The promoter can call your gym or your house and say, we got you scheduled for, well, it's 12 rounds now, but when I was fighting, I used to do 15 rounds. So you had to be ready at all times.
Okay.
Come on, get it out.
I'm stuck for a moment, but you know, it's my TV station, so I can do that.
That's how you play it.
We're just keeping it real, you know, because there's a lot of smiles here and certain questions I want to ask, but we're going to keep it. No, I'm going to ask. The so-called champs that we have, that you had that are still boxing, a lot of their habits, I noticed. You had some that won't move their head. You got some that just don't listen. What would you say? Have they always been like that, or is that just something stuck in their brain?
Well, first and foremost, the name of the game is I hit you, but you don't hit me. So that means I have to move my head. I don't want to be stationary. If your head is stationary, at the end of your career, you will have double talk, triple talk. You don't want that.
Correct. And we've seen that with a lot of fighters these days. Older fighters that I watched did 15 rounds who are still here, but really not are unable to move or speak proper due to more punishment in the ring.
No doubt, no doubt. Like I said, the first things first, you have to move your head. The head was not meant to be plummeted on. So you have to move that head from side to side.
Can I ask you a question? Have you ever been hit hard, something to wake you up and say, man, I'm finna knock you up?
Man, I had guys hit me so hard, but they regretted it. Because when I finally came to my senses, remember, we fighting 15 rounds, so I got from 1 to 15 to knock you out. You know, and that's what I've done. I've knocked out over 40 guys.
Whew. And what was your record?
53 and 5 with 43 knockouts, I think it was.
Whew. And the fight game back then isn't like it was, like it is today. I mean, you have more fights. We used to watch you on WB, what was it? CBS, ABC, Wild World of Sports,
Unbox, HBO.
Right. And it just seemed, more fighters fought more. I mean, I think I saw you fight twice in 6 months. I mean, it was like y'all would fight and then fight again and then fight again.
Because we gave the fans what they want. They wanted to see action. And people come to see knockouts. And like I said, I knocked out about 43 people. So they come to see that.
Okay. I also understand that there's a new promotional boxing that you're into, that y'all into.
Yes, it's called Global Boxing. And what I have sitting next to me is my good friend, Mr. Terry Hollis. He's a part of what we're trying to do. And we're promoting fights on a high level. So on a very high level. So we have TV, we have everything going for us right now. So we're just gonna keep it going. Bringing the fans quality fights.
Okay, so that is including all the fighters. You got De La Hoya, you got the Mayweather boxing team. What's De La Hoya? Golden Boy. You got PBC people. You got the Tarver Camp. You got all these different promotionals out here. So how do you get them to bring their fighters out to fight your fighters? I mean, you know, everybody's so political and ungainly to put their fighters out there because they're worried about whether they're going to lose or not.
Well, you know, listen. The name of the game is I hit you, but you don't hit me. That's the name of the game. Now, if you think your fighter is better than my fighter, let's get it on.
So there it is, y'all. This is Eddie Mustafa. It's letting y'all know that he also has a promotional company. And if you got some fighters out there that really want to get it on, let's get it on. That's what I'm talking about. All this sit back, waiting, this one got to wait for that. Let's make it happen. People want to see the fights. Let's get all the type fighters out there and let's make it happen. You know, it's called the fight game. So if it's going to be the fight game, let's bring the fights to the people. You know, all this, I can't do this, I can't do that. Make it happen. All you big willers and dealers out there, let's make it happen. One more question. Can me and you do a 15-rounder?
No, I cut it in half.
Let's cut it half of that.
We'll do that. No
All right,
problem.
y'all, that was the great Eddie Mustafa, Mr. Terry Hollis. Again, if you're out there and you're a boxer and you're trying to get yourself out there, you don't have no promoter, and you have professional fights, you never know what may happen. So I think y'all should maybe get in touch with Mr. Terry Hollis or Eddie Mustafa and see what they be able to do for you. As they say, they have a new promotional fight system going on, and if you feel that you one of the best, bring it. Oh, Mr. Hollis, how did you feel? You sitting over there all quiet, and then he do all the speaking. So what do you think about it?
I think it's a great opportunity for anybody that want to be a part of our operation.
That's it?
Correct. Short and simple, you know. We built a nice foundation here, Eddie's a great leader, trained many world champions, so I'm attached to a good person that can navigate the waters in the right direction, and I think the right direction is the promised land to make people happy.
Okay, and to go with that, a lot of you young fighters, this is a great opportunity for y'all, for other promoters to see y'all, and what you need to do is get a grasp and come on out and put it together.